welcome back. My name is Becks and today I thought I would just do a little video to help you guys get to know me better. Since I've been posting for a while, I figured you guys should get to know me. So I had a little look on YouTube and I'm doing a tag that I saw on this girl's Insights YouTube. I'll link her down below, her get to know me tag, and the questions she used I've also looked through, but I only have about 22 questions, and then the last one I've just added myself. So I'm just gonna go through the questions and hopefully you guys will be able to get to know me a little bit better. Okay, so the first question is, am I named after anyone? So my first name, I am not named after anyone in particular. My parents picked my name, but my second name, my middle name, I'm named after my mum's close friend, and so my middle name comes from there. Okay, does my name have any special meaning? So my name means faithful. So my full name is actually Rebecca, it's not Becks, and so that actually has the meaning of faithful, and yeah, I really like that, the meaning behind it. But I pretty much always go by Becky and Becks, and so this channel is Becks. Okay, the third question is, when was the last time you cried? Well, actually, I cried a lot yesterday when I was cutting a spring onion. I honestly have not had my eyes pour more than when I was cutting that spring onion. It was quite a shock, actually. But the last time I guess I actually cried about something was probably only a week or two ago. With chronic illness, I get these really bad migraines, and I get some really bad infections sometimes. And I also have to do a particular treatment for my bladder at home, and that can be really painful, and so sometimes you just gotta cry and let it out and then keep going, keep moving forward. So that's probably the last time I cried. Okay, the fourth thing is, what is the first thing you noticed about people? Okay, shoes have always been a thing that I always used to notice, more particularly on guys. I always look at shoes, and it's really random, but most of the time the first thing I notice about people is kind of like how welcoming they are, because I kind of have dealt with social anxiety in the past. I think I pick up quite quickly on if someone's like a really naturally welcoming person or not, and if someone is like quite standoffish, then that usually makes me a bit nervous. But even when you're nervous, you can be standoffish, so it's not a judgment, it's just, I guess, something I notice if someone's like really naturally bubbly or not. And boy shoes. Okay, what is my eye colour? You guys can probably see my eyes are brown, and I got them from my dad. My dad has brown eyes and my mom has blue eyes. Okay, scary movie or happy endings? I'm definitely not the biggest scary movie fan, so happy endings for sure. I don't love it when movies end and it's like sad and then you cry at the end of the movie. I much prefer when it's a happy ending. But I do like a thriller, like a suspense movie. I'm trying to think, like I really enjoyed Bird Box on Netflix, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of scary movies. I guess I'll give you this little nugget. Jurassic Park gives me a reoccurring nightmare about T-Rex coming to my house, and so I cannot watch Jurassic Park. That's a little bit about me. Okay, 7. What is the furthest you've ever been from home? So the furthest I would have ever been from home is like when I go on holiday with my family, so we've been really lucky to go, I think the furthest from, I'm in the UK, so the furthest I've been is America so far. That was really fun, a family holiday. But in terms of the furthest I've been on my own, I went to Spain by myself a couple of years ago, and so that's the furthest I've been by myself. Okay, do you have any special talents? I wouldn't say I have any special talents, like anything different than anyone else, but I think just being able to play and write music is a really lovely talent that I'm really, yeah, I just really enjoy it, so I'm really glad that I'm able to write music and stuff because it's a really amazing way to process your feelings, and it's just super fun, and you get to do it with friends. I don't think I can do anything like crazy surprising. No. Okay. Where were you born? So I was born here in the UK, like I said. What are your hobbies? Well, filming these videos on YouTube is one of my hobbies. I also write a blog. I think I'll leave the link to that today actually in the video. So I also write a blog which also talks about my faith and my health and stuff like that. Music obviously is another hobby. I do like to read. I'm not the best at taking my time to read, but I do like reading. I used to read a ton when I was younger, so reading is something I enjoy doing. I do like cooking and baking. I do really enjoy trying new stuff, and this kind of answers the next question, but I really like going on walks with my dog and like going and exploring new places. I really like to get out into like nature and stuff. So yeah, I guess those are like my main hobbies. And then that answers the next question, do I have any pets? Yes, I have a dog. His name is Winston and he's a Cavachon. I'm going to put a little picture. He's a Cavachon. He's a hypoallergenic breed because my mum is actually technically allergic to dogs, and so we got him because his dander and his fur and stuff means that she's actually not allergic to him, and so I absolutely love him. And in the past I've had quite a few pets. We've had fish, but then we also had hamsters. I had a rabbit. I had her for 10 years. Her name's Coco. And I also had a guinea pig for 4 years and his name was Pickles. So I'm a big pet fan, but right now I have my dog Winston. Okay, do you have any siblings? I do. I have a younger brother. I absolutely love him. I'm going to put our little joke in here. He's not just my brother, he's also my friend. He'll get my little inside joke. But yeah, I have a brother and we get on really well and I'm super happy to have him in my life. Okay, what do you want to be when you grow up? I feel like you never grow up, ever. I was like having this conversation with my brother and his girlfriend. I just feel like you never grow up, but at the moment I guess the job like that I really want, like what I want to be when I grow up, is working with youth, predominantly somewhere in the church, and being able to keep sharing my faith publicly and, you know, preaching and stuff in the church. So I'm really hoping that that is what I'll be doing when I grow up. How tall am I? I'm 5'5", so average height. Funniest moment throughout school. Okay, I have to think about this now. Funniest moment. I can't really think of the funniest moment without school, but I can think of a fun memory in uni. So another fact about me is I absolutely love pigs and farm animals. I love going to petting zoos, and my uni had a couple occasions where like a small local farm came with like sheep and pigs, and I think they maybe had ducks. I can't remember exactly everything they had, but it happened a couple of times, and I'm pretty sure one time I was supposed to be going to a lecture and I literally dropped everything and just ran to the petting zoo to go play with the pigs, because that's just me in a nutshell. Okay, what sports do you play or have you played? So this kind of goes into my health. I have joint hypermobility syndrome and have chronic fatigue, and so it's quite hard to play sports now. But growing up, I really enjoyed playing football when I was young, and like skipping. I did gymnastics for quite a few years, which I really enjoyed. And then I played netball for quite a while before I went to high school, and so I really enjoyed playing sports. I also played hockey casually with the church group, and that was like really fun. I enjoyed playing sports, but I always used to get injured and I didn't really understand why, and my coordination wasn't amazing, and it's to do with the conditions that I have now that I know about. I didn't realise then why I was always getting wrist injuries and ankle injuries, because my joints and stuff were not very stable. So now I don't really play a bunch of sports. We have like a tennis table at home, so that's really fun. And then I tend to just do physio, cycling, and kind of just lightly lifting weights and stuff now instead of sports. Okay, how would you describe your fashion sense? Well, this I have not worn in a hot minute, but I got this in a charity shop and I absolutely love it. It's just a men's flannel. My fashion sense is varied. It's kind of like my music taste. I always feel like it's that. I really like pop punk, and I also really like country music, and I obviously really love worship music, and I just feel like half my wardrobe is very like kind of is a bit more girly and country vibes, and then the other half is very pop punk and indie and just maybe not really edgy, but just that kind of vibes. And then I just have like comfortable stuff, so I kind of like a bit of everything. If I see something and I like it on, then I wear it. So that's kind of my fashion sense, I guess. Yeah, and basically I really love going charity shopping, and so with that you get a lot of old school stuff as well, so like vintage, if you want to call it that, items, and so that's been really fun too. I like doing that and getting clothes like that. Tell us one of your bad habits. I'm a like spot picker, which is not good because then you get a little, can't really see it because of the lighting and I've got makeup on today, but yeah, I'm a bad one. I like picking spots or picking scabs. That's probably one of my worst habits. And also I would just say when it comes to like faith, one of my bad habits is not being disciplined enough when it comes to prayer and reading my Bible, and so that's something that I'm always working on because it's a habit that I want to make from a bad habit into a really good habit. The next question is, what's your favourite quotes? So I guess it's really cheesy and kind of like obvious I'm gonna say this, but it's definitely things from the Bible tend to be my favourite quotes. At the moment, let's see what's like really been on my heart. So we did like I did a session with the youth in our church. We had a Zoom session and we were looking at the beginning of John, and so we were talking about different things and just the light shines in the darkness and the darkness cannot overcome it has been stuck in my head. I love that because it just helps me to keep going even when, you know, dark times come or hard times come. I know that I can get through it because the light will always overcome it. What else has been on my mind? Like gracious words are like sweet honeycomb, good to the soul and healing for the bones. I really like that. I don't know, there are so many that I really like from the Bible. And then I guess other quotes, I think I remember things from songs quite a lot, and so that kind of sticks to me quite a lot. Yeah, I don't know, I guess that's kind of it. It kind of chops and changes with how, like the season that I'm in and how I'm feeling. Okay, are you an extrovert or an introvert? I'm definitely an introvert. I think that's why doing YouTube can be really easy because you're alone in your room filming, and yeah, I'm definitely an introverted person. I enjoy spending time with people, like I love hanging out with my family and I do enjoy get-togethers and I love church things, but I guess I'm the kind of person that after you've had a lot of interaction, I need like that time alone. Even in the day, like when I spent a lot of time with people all day, I need that time like by myself in my room to just kind of decompress and take some time. Yeah, I'm definitely a lot more introverted, and even though I do go to the front of church and preach, on any other occasion I don't like the spotlight being put on me because I just totally freeze. Yeah, very introverted. Okay, do you consider yourself a good cook? I would these days. It took me a really long time. In high school we had lessons where you do like food tech, I think it's called, like you would do cooking, and I was awful. I really didn't enjoy cooking. I liked baking but not cooking. Couldn't touch meat or anything. I was just such a baby. I didn't enjoy it, but now I really do like cooking, making lots of meals, and I think a lot of that has come from the fact that I've done Slimming World. Slimming World is a really healthy way to get your weight on track if you are getting to the point where you're not in a healthy range for your body anymore. And for me, having health conditions and not being as physically active was something that took a toll on me, because I used to be someone who was very, very busy. I used to walk like everywhere all the time for miles and miles, and I couldn't do those things anymore. And so for me and my health, I needed to be able to look after myself through my diet, because I guess when you're young as well, you rely a lot on the fact that you can kind of eat what you want and be active, and then that will counteract it. But obviously that wasn't happening anymore, and so I've really enjoyed being on Swimming World. I do it with my mum. I'm now a Target member, which is super fun. It means I got to a good healthy weight, and I've been feeling really, really good since I've done that, and it's really helped, alongside with some hospital appointments for stuff to do with my stomach, so it makes a big difference. And yeah, from making loads of recipes and doing stuff like that, I feel like I've become a pretty good cook. Okay, what is your favourite thing to have for breakfast? I'm a big breakfast fan. I'm a little bit weird, so I like to have, most of the time, breakfast foods at breakfast time, lunch things at lunchtime, and dinner things at dinner time. I don't know why, but I'm very strange like that. I have been getting a lot better. I had cereal around dinner time yesterday, so I can tell my habits breaking slightly, but I'm a big fan of very breakfast foods. I really like cereal, but I guess my favourite thing ever to have for breakfast is probably when you get like homemade waffles or homemade pancakes. That's just the best. And my very last question, which is one I added myself, is why are you on YouTube? So most of the reason I want to do this video is so that you guys can get to know me, see who I am, just a normal person who makes videos, because I just want to share my faith. And the reason I'm on YouTube is not the same as the reason I was on YouTube a good few years ago. I first joined YouTube because I just wanted to share singing songs and writing my music and just be able to share it, and a lot of that reason is because it's really easy to share links with your friends and family on YouTube, and so that's what I was doing. But at the beginning of this lockdown, I realised I had the opportunity to share my faith with my friends and family and my church, because obviously we can't meet in person, and I also saw that I could share it with the wider community, and that's why I started YouTube again. I decided to share my faith and continue to do things like in the same vein as preaching, the same way that you share you know, a message that God's put on your heart is the same way I do with videos, you know, and I still ask for God's guidance in the videos that I make, and so that's really nice. And I also do it because it really helps me personally develop my faith, because I spend even more time than I was before in the Word and in prayer and just in God's presence, and I'm feeling super, super blessed by doing it. So that is why I'm on YouTube, and I still share music because music is something I still love to do. I have a really fun video coming up when I can get around to editing it with a friend of mine who has been on this channel many times before, when I used to post more music stuff. And so yeah, I will still share music, but it's mostly about my faith and my life and that kind of thing. So I hope that this video you guys got to know me a little bit better. If you have any more questions, like leave me a comment on Instagram, follow me on Instagram, or leave me a comment here on YouTube. Please do subscribe, it's free, you're supporting me. It's just a really nice thing when you guys do that. I super appreciate it. And yeah, I will see you guys again in a video on Sunday. Have a really blessed day, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye!